we're going to be talking about essentials for your e-commerce site. Now more than ever, it's important to have an online presence if you're a seller. Launching an e-commerce website can help you take your business to the next level. Let's take a closer look at the essentials for an e-commerce website. First up, clean and responsive design. You want your e-commerce site's design to be clean and err on the side of minimalistic. This doesn't at all mean your site has to be simple or boring. Always keep in mind that your main goal is to present your products well and not overwhelm your customers with a lot of clutter. In general, mobile shopping accounts for around half of online transactions. Therefore, your e-commerce website has to be mobile friendly. This includes having an easy-to-use navigation and giving customers the same detail about your products that is offered on the desktop site. The next e-commerce essential is organization. I mentioned an easy-to-use navigation, and I want to take that a step further and say that your e-commerce store has to be well organized. If you have a lot of different kinds of products, you'll want some kind of taxonomy to ensure your customers can find what they're looking for easily. I really like how Club Duquette has several categories and subcategories, such as women's tops or t-shirts, but they all make sense and customers can easily look for items on the site. Botanica has also done a great job of presenting their product categories. Whether you're looking for plants or for a gift card, you know exactly where to go. Often, customers will come to your site already knowing what they're looking for. Your e-commerce site needs to include a search so that customers can get to their desired product quickly. Here's an example of a search on Seasick Records site. I tested this by typing in an artist, and I was able to see a few records by that artist, as well as the option to see all products. I really think having suggested products to select is really great. You also don't have to have a predictive search. On Club Duquette's site, I used their search bar to find Levi's and was taken to a page to see products that fit what I searched for. Same thing with Botanica when I searched for peperomia. As long as your customers can enter what they're looking for and see products that match, your e-commerce site is on solid ground. Another essential component of a good e-commerce site is detailed product information. Good descriptions are how you can tell your product's unique stories. Your goal is to educate your buyers about what you're selling so that they can make an informed decision. This also helps curtail returns. Think of your product descriptions really as your online store staff. You want them to be friendly, informative, and very easy to understand. Here's a great example of a product description from Botanica. I am very much a plant newbie, so I appreciate all the details they provide about how to care for the particular plant. And as a pet owner, I also love that they've included information about the plant's toxicity. Just by reading this description, I already know that I might want to steer clear of this one and opt for a different choice. And here's a good example of a product description from Club Duquette. If you sell clothing, it's important to include accurate information about fit and sizing, in addition to overall product details, and also how to care for the garment. The next component of a great e-commerce website is high-resolution photos. No matter the number of products you have, you want to ensure you have high-resolution photos of them on your e-commerce site. Because some shoppers opt to visit your website instead of ever coming into your store, having high-res photos will allow users to zoom in and really get a feel for the products that you have to offer. It's also a good rule of thumb to have more than one photo per product. And if you're selling clothing, try to have some photos of the item being worn. Another big e-commerce essential is an easy checkout. The last thing you want is for your customers to abandon their shopping cart because your checkout process is just too complicated. A quick and easy checkout process ensures your customers have a great experience and will revisit your online store. During checkout, give your customers a chance to review their cart. Provide them the option to check out as a guest if they don't want to create an account at the moment. And also make sure that you allow multiple payment options. A good rule of thumb for your e-commerce site is that you never want your customers to have a hard time getting in touch with you. You can help your customers find answers they're looking for by displaying your contact info in prominent areas of the site, such as the header or the footer, and having a designated contact page. On your contact page, you want to provide various ways for your customers to get in touch with you. So that can be a phone number, an email address, and a form directly on your site. You might also consider having direct links to your social media channels in your site's header and footer, and possibly on the contact page as well. It's also a great idea to have frequently asked questions easily accessible to your customers. Take some time to come up with a list of questions your customers ask time and time again, and include detailed answers for each. Some companies also opt for a live chat feature to help facilitate customer inquiries. We're going to address live chat in a future training, but the key thing to remember is that in order for live chat to be successful, you have to have someone manage it, and it has to be timely. Customers who utilize live chat are expecting an immediate response, and if they don't get one, this could work against you instead of for you. The final e-commerce essential I'll discuss today is return and exchange policy information. Although we always want our customers to be 100% happy with their purchase, sometimes an item just isn't what they wanted. If at all possible, allow your customers to return or exchange their items, but make sure you have some guidelines in place. Your e-commerce site needs to clearly state how customers can return or exchange an item. The return policy also needs to be in an easy-to-find spot on the site. The footer is a common place to place a link to that page. Having ease of returns and exchanges and a visible policy on your site really reassures your customers that you're there for them, and it really instills a lot of trust. There you have it. To recap, you want a clean, responsive design, a well-organized site. You want search functionality, well-written product details, high-resolution photos, easy checkout, easy-to-find contact information and FAQs, and return and exchange policy information. Having these in place is really going to improve your customer shopping experience. It's going to encourage them to make purchases, and it's going to help create repeat customers. Regardless of whether you've had your e-commerce website for years or just for a couple of weeks, Infomedia can look at your site for free and let you know what's working, what can be done better, and how to take your site to the next level. Visit infomedia.com/ecommerce-review to set up a 20-minute review of your site with one of our staff members. We would really love to help you make your online business the best that it can be.